Hello and welcome back to Factorio. I am doing the last little bits of research that don't require space. I doubled my nuclear power plant, so we've got 2 lots now of the thing we made in the last episode. So power-wise, I think we're doing pretty well. I think we've probably got plenty of... Yeah, we've got 500... 500 nuclear fuel barrels, and if you remember, each one will power one of these for 3 minutes, so we are doing absolutely fine. We've got 992 of the good stuff in that chest, 100 in that one, 114 in that one, and this thing of course is making infinite good stuff by using up the bad stuff, and we've got thousands and thousands of the bad stuff. So power-wise, we are doing well. We've now got a total capacity of 3 gigawatts. We're not using much at the moment, but we are going to try and make rockets. That's what we are doing today. Oh, I hit a cliff and stopped. So we did come up with, a very simple design. It's probably going to be bot-based because rocket parts need speed modules, and I don't have speed modules on the belt anyway. So our blue chips are being picked up for the network here. I think what I will do is I'm going to massively increase the number that end up in that chest. I might do the same for all of these. Let's get all of these set to 2 rows. So now we're actually grabbing blues and reds. How are we doing on the production? Because before I start this, I just want to make sure that this stuff is streamlined. Like, will the resources reach the end of the row? Are these things even going to be called on to do anything? Because of course, the way these are merging, the one back here doesn't have to do as much. Like this one's having to provide 50% of this line. This one's only doing 25% of this line. That's probably the disadvantage of the design I've got here. If they were all outputting and then going through some form of balancer, that would probably be better. Do we need more plastic? No, we seem to have two full blue lines of plastic coming out. So that's doing okay. There is a problem with the blue, which is that we are not getting enough green up to the end anymore. If you remember, I've got a bit of green coming out here and splitting, and what I try to do is split the blue, and then actually make it blue halfway up. But we're still not getting enough there, so I think I need 2 dedicated lines of greens going up into blue. So let's get that fixed. So what's going on here? I need to get rid of you, and I will do that. So that's now a full line going up that way. And we want another full line coming up here. Do I have blue belts on me? I do, they're just not on my bar. I can grab them by doing that. Give me an underground. Right, what's going on here? Oh, of course, this is my secondary green production. So what might be good, actually, is if I do this. Let's move you up there. We're gonna shove this along as far as it'll go. And we're gonna... So we are blue all the way up to this point. So we're gonna take a blue splitter and put it there. Oh, and I did not do that with blue belts, did I? Right. We want one more blue splitter there. And we want all of those to prioritize to the side. Right, so hopefully now the green chips will get further along on this thing. Yeah, they're starting to reach the end now on them both. I think what I am going to do is just upgrade it to blue all the way to the end. Keep those chips flying as fast as possible. But it is now going to make it to the end. Although this is still not a full amount. That could just be because we don't have the production. It's better than it was, though. Yeah, this is going flat out now. This, the green chips are now a blue belt all the way. Iron. We don't have enough iron anymore. That's interesting. Let's upgrade the iron belt then. I think if I do this, we are going to fly as much iron in there as we can. And we're going to upgrade... I mean, these things are working flat out. Actually, no, they're not. Some of these end ones are not swinging. So if we upgrade to blues like halfway down, it'll get the iron plates out of there quicker. So we should end up with 2 full blue belts of iron heading into here. There we go. Production is starting to reach the end of the belt now. Still not quite good enough, but it's getting there. Now, we could replace these with electric furnaces, but that would mean rebuilding the entire array, so I'd rather avoid doing that if I can. Okay, the belts don't look as full because we didn't increase production, we just increased the belt speed. But all of the furnaces are now able to output onto the belt, so we are getting a little bit more out than we were before. And it isn't enough. We are still not getting it all through to the end. Better than it was. Okay, I'll come back to that if I need to. You can see how much iron is shoving in there now. Because before we had 4 full lanes of iron up here. And now we're just down to 2. So hopefully the rest of the factory won't need too much iron and it won't be starved out. Obviously that needs iron as well, doesn't it? And it's about to run out. Right, I'm going to put down a series of... Where am I? I'm near here, aren't I? Alright, where's the iron that's going up to my secondary makeup arm? It's this iron belt here. And you can see it's suddenly sparse. Right, so here we're going to make sure everything gets shoved over to the side. That's not working as well as I hoped. It's because we're only draining a single side. Right, I need to fix that. I need to make it so we're filling these belts a little more efficiently. Oh my lord! That iron is just gone! I thought I could just, you know, make the rocket parts and hey, no other problems, but the iron is just gone. Who knew? Wow. Okay, well, we've definitely increased green chip production, even if the secondary one gets less of the iron. I'm hoping we'll be okay. I was thinking I could just make the rockets nice and easily and I wouldn't have to expand a lot more of my production. I suppose I forgot the golden rule of Factorio, didn't I? Which is however much you think you need, you're gonna need more. Right, let's clean up this. Leave the roboport and the radar. Right, looks like the base is going to get the rest of that. So, we want to do rockets. We need to build satellites, which needs processing chips, rocket fuel. Okay, so solar panels and accumulators are already part of the system. Low density structure is being made on the belts. We do not have rocket fuel, so let's take a look at that. 10 solid fuel and some light oil. Which we're not piping to the bus, are we? We have sulfuric acid, lubricant, and petroleum. Not petroleum? Yes, and petroleum. And we don't have solid fuel on the bus. Right, so we should make our rocket fuel down where we're making our solid fuel. Because most of it's not really being used for steam power anymore. Because if you take a look at our power usage, well, at the moment we're just running off the solar panels. But I imagine the nuclear steam turbines take priority. Don't get run over. Okay, so rocket fuel takes 30 seconds to make one rocket fuel, and it's 10 solid fuel, 10 light oil, made in an assembly machine. And this gives us a solid fuel every 2 seconds. And there are 16 of them. So that's 16 solid fuel a second, I think. So 16 a second, so in 30 seconds, 16 times 30. Oh, maths is hard. Let's see if I can make it easier. There we go. Right. 16 times 30. Alright, so... No, I... Yes, and then we divide it. Okay, so we've got enough to support 48 machines making rocket fuel just from this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse this belt. We'll leave 2 of them fueling the trains and everything. Fueling the trains and the steam turbines, which are actually turning on. I kind of assumed it would have the sense to not use the steam engines unless it has to. It is mainly using the steam turbines. Stop getting distracted. Right, so we reverse the belt, and we may as well... Do we want to put a cut in the belt? I'll make it clear. And that's going to go off to make our rocket fuel. And we will have a train station for that. Here. Now this is a one-way system, so it can be relatively simple. I don't think it needs to be that big a train. So let's copy all the way over here. Oh, okay. I didn't realise I was loading... I just want like a station that's shorter. I suppose what I do is I copy this station and I'll just include one of them. Single car. Maybe we'll just sneak it in here. Alright, you are rocket fuel at fuel making. There we go. So, I'm going to get the station set up and clear some space here so we can make our rocket fuel. Right, so we will leave space here along this row in case we need to actually increase the amount of solid fuel we are making. Also means that if it turns out I'm not sending enough to the trains and the steam engines, I can just adjust the ratio. And down here, we will make our rocket fuel. So, put it in blue machines, probably fast enough. Leave a bit of a gap. So we'll pop a machine down, and we want rocket fuel. So we can run pipes down the back. In 30 seconds it needs 10 solid fuel. So we could use yellows, but we're sort of standardizing on blues now. Also means that if I want to increase the speed of the belt, I don't have to worry about that too much. We're going to run pipes. No, that's not going to work. Because we need a bit of output, don't we? Oh no, You know, it's fine. It's fine. So we'll run pipes like that. We can just have a long-handled inserter here that can reach the machine. And that's going to output on a belt here. And that should be it. I mean, we'll drag in the power poles afterwards, because that way we can make them more efficient. So we just put a load of these down. I mean, how many is that so far? 22. I said I could be 48 if I had all of them, but then I took some of them away. So let's just copy a few more. I mean, what I could do is I could also you can run trains off rocket fuel and then the trains move faster. But I think the trains are probably moving fast enough. Right, so power poles. So then it just needs the... what type of oil is it? Light oil. Okay. Now at the moment we are cracking light oil as long as we have less than 10,000. No, as long as we have more than 10,000. I'm going to change this to be... we now want to keep 20,000 light oil. I mean, how much do we have currently? Well, we currently have 24,000 light oil, because of course we're turning the heavy into light as well. But I want to make sure that we don't make extra petroleum unless we're making the rocket fuel. So, theoretically I can just pump down from here. I'll just do that. You need to jump across there. I'm actually going to put... ah, it doesn't quite line up. We'll put the pumps here then. Put a pump there and a pump there. Power pole, and we're not going to control... that's in the wrong place. We're not going to control this. If we need rocket fuel, we want to make rocket fuel. Right, 30-second construction time, so it might take a while. Roboport's in the way. Roboport, please move. Character in the way. Character, please move. There we go. Here comes the rocket fuel. Right. Is the other side manufacturing? It is. It just got the oil a lot later. So we're going to whack a train down. And we'll put recycling for this here as well. Request a chest. If there is any rocket fuel in the system, throw it in here. Oh no, 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 we don't need to do recycling, do we? Because it's going to be used as part of manufacture. So we can do the recycling at that point. Oh, this belt's in the wrong place. I'm like, why aren't I getting anything? You need to move one to the side. I assume the rest of that's being done by the base robots. I kind of want to see what the oil situation is going to be like once this whole array is actually manufacturing. Oh, they get that far and then they run out of power. Right, I think they're all manufacturing now. So, what is our oil situation looking like? 22,000, so it is starting to go down, but it is going down slowly, and we still have plenty of petroleum. Which means currently we're actually cracking the light into petroleum, which will stop once we get below 20,000. Okay, so that's good. So now we need somewhere for that stuff to end up.